welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make these really awesome mugs with the new Cricut mug press. Stay tuned and I will show you how to do it. Alrighty, y'all, let us get started. So first off, what you're going to need is, of course, the Cricut mug press. I am a Cricut affiliate. I will have my link in the description box down below. If you order your Cricut items through that link, I get a little bit of a commission off of that, and that helps me to buy more things so that I can make more videos. But anyway, you're going to need the mug press. You're also going to need Cricut mugs. You can get them in a 2-pack like this. And you see these mugs are solid white. Or you can get them individually where the mug is white and then the handle and the inside of the mug is a different color. I do have a mug in there where this is white, but the handle and the inside is black. You're also going to need some infusible ink. Where's the front? Oh, for heaven's sake. You're going to need some infusible ink. Now, Joann's carries this, Walmart, pretty much any craft store. But I chose this. I mean, look at this. Isn't that pretty? The pattern is Galaxy because the mugs that I'm going to be making is going to be like a moon and, you know, just mystical things. So anyway, that's what you're going to need. Now, the mugs. As much as this pains me to say, this isn't something that you can just go to Dollar Tree and pick up a mug and use, okay? It needs to be a mug designed for sublimation, okay? Because if it is not designed for sublimation, the ink is just not going to work and it's going to make a mess. You're not going to get a good result, okay? Now, if you don't want to use the Cricut mugs, you can get online and just look up mug blanks for sublimation, okay? But let's take a look right here. These mugs are 15 ounce, okay? What I would recommend you do if you don't want to use the mugs from Cricut is just get one. Just get, you know, a pack of the Cricut mugs and measure the height. Just measure every aspect about it to make sure that mugs that you're buying from another company are, you know, are going to be comparable in size. But this right here is pretty important, the 15 ounce, okay? But now what we're going to do is I'm not really going to go in depth with showing you how to set this up, okay? Because I've already got mine out, I've already used it, and I didn't make a video of me setting up. But you are going to need a desktop computer or a laptop computer in order to set it up. You can't do this via Bluetooth, okay? It comes with, hold on, let me move this out of the way. If you see this little plug right here, it comes with a little USB adapter. And when you turn this on for the first time, you're not going to be able to use it until you run it through the setup process. And it has to be plugged into an actual computer or laptop to do that. Once you start setting it up, it comes with all the paperwork that tells you how, okay? But once you start setting it up, it's going to ask you which product do you want to set up. And it's going to show you a Cricut machine, and then it's going to show you a heat press. It's not going to show you this. Click on the heat press, and then this will pop up, okay? But anyway, read through all the paperwork that comes with it when you open it. But now, I'm going to run through real quick and just show you how I'm going to cut out a simple design in Cricut Design Space using something that is already designed, and we'll go into it later about how to custom design your own. Okay, but anyway, I could do a screen record if I had my iPad, but you know what? I don't have my iPad because my kid dropped it and he cracked the screen. I sent it off to be repaired and I don't have it back yet. But anyway, here I am in Design Space, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here to the top right-hand corner. You see me? I'm going to click on New Project, and then it's going to bring you up with the blank screen. I'm going to go over here. So it's right here to Projects. I'm going to click on that. And then it shows you all of these wonderful things that you can make. But anyway, I'm going to go up here to Search Project and let me type in mug. This wonderful wireless keyboard here. All right. And now it's going to show you all of these cool mugs that you can make with the mug press. Now, I'm going to use one of these that is already designed. Later on down the road, we'll get into how to design your own. But just for the sake of this video, just to try to keep it simple, we're going to be making these right here. How cool is that? Mystic mugs. So you can have your mystic coffee in the morning. So anyway, we're going to have this. Whoops! I clicked too fast. Okay. Now when you click on your project here, and if you scroll down, hello. Okay. It tells you the finished size. It tells you what to use, the materials, everything else that you might need. and it tells you everything that you need to know to make it. Okay, it tells you how to cut it. It tells you how to assemble it. Now, Cricut Design Space does this with all of their projects. When you click on something, it gives you a description of what to do. It basically walks you through it, so it's not complicated. But anyway, this shows you the design here, and then you're going to click on Make It. All right, now I do not have my Cricut hooked up. My cat was trying to get in. I don't have my Cricut hooked up right now because I'm not going to go through the whole entire process of making you watch me cut this with my Cricut, okay? But anyway, once you click on Make It, it's going to bring it up and it's going to show you the measurements here. See, all the way across, pretty much 11 inches across here and then 5 inches down. So your infusible ink is pretty much 12 inches across, and then you just want to cut it so that it is 5 inches in width right here. Well, in length, however you want to look at it. But anyway, and then you put it on your mat with the shiny side down. The shiny side is your backing. So put the shiny side down on your standard grip mat, and then you just cut it. You click this little, get out of the way. You click this little button over here that says continue, and then, you know, your machine will cut. But anyway, we're done with this part because I've already got mine cut out. So I'm going to cut the video right here, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have my mug here. Now this is going to be a different design from the end mug, and I'll tell you why, because I thought I was recording, and it wasn't recording. So I'm just going to take my second design here and put it on the mug. But anyway, this is what it looks like when it comes off of your Cricut, and I've already taken it off of the cutting mat, of course. But anyway, this stuff does not weed like vinyl. I will tell you that right now. It is thick. It's really thick, almost like a cardstock, but not quite. And it does help a little bit if you can take it and just kind of rock it back and forth like that. Do you see how it's curved? I'm just going to bend it just a little bit back and forth, and that helps to loosen up all these little tiny particles. But anyway, what I'm going to do is take my little weeding tool here, and I'm just going to go in and weed out all of the little tiny bits. Can y'all see like all the little bits here? I'm just going to weed those out. Because if you go ahead and take off this backing here, or all of this here, what you're going to do is expose a lot of sticky, and it's going to stick to your hand when you're trying to weed it. Now, the other design, you'll see when I show you the mug, the other design, okay, has a lot of this background showing, and then a lot of white cutout. Whereas this is sort of like a reverse. You're going to have a lot of white background, and just these little pieces are going to show, okay? So what I would highly suggest you do until you can get used to this is pull up the picture in Design Space of the project and look at it so that you can see which pieces you need to weed out and which pieces you need to let stay, okay? That is probably going to help you more than anything. If I could give you a tip of how to do this, and pretty much with any Cricut project, that is going to help you the most, I think, when you're just first starting out. But anyway, let me work on this for a little bit because it's going to take me a while, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how to put it on your mug. Okay, so this is weeded, and let me tell you, oh my goodness, all these tiny little pieces. But anyway, once you get it all weeded, what you need to do is hold it up to the light, okay? Just hold it up to the light and really pay attention to make sure that you got in all the little nooks and crannies. Now, don't think I missed anything, but you want to make a double dang sure that it's correct before you put it on your mug and into your press, because you can't take this off, okay? If you mess it up, it's messed up. You know, you can't just take it back off like you can vinyl. And I think that I have everything correct. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put this on our mug. And to do that, I just set my mug down on a table, and here is the handle. I'm going to hold it by both ends here, and then I want to try to get this centered. Where your design splits here, I want that to try to be centered with the handle. And I'm going to take it and make sure that this bottom part rests on the table, because your Cricut cuts this the perfect size for that particular mug, okay? So we're just going to, let me get the machine out of the way. I have it over here warming up. So we're going to take it and set it down and try to get it centered. And then I'm going to start wrapping it around the mug just a little bit, and then I'm going to stop and really start to smooth this down. You don't want any bubbles or creases or anything in this, okay? So I'm really just going to start the smoothing down process on this side, and then I'm just going to slowly go around like this. You don't want any bubbles or ripples, like I said, because then that's going to show up in your project. Before you stick this down, to prep your mug, what you can do is to take a lint roller and roll it all over the outside of the mug to make sure, you know, there's no hair, there's no dust, there's no little fuzzies or anything like that stuck to it. Because if it's on your mug, when you press it, it's stuck. It's not going to come off. All right, so I think this is pressed down, and now I'm just going to work my way around the other side. Just pressing it down. I got a little piece of the ink there. Just pressing it down like so. Just work my way around. There we are. And it is on the mug. Okay, so I have my mug press turned on. See? Once you turn it on, this little light here is going to be red. Okay, that means it's heating up and it's not ready to use. Now, once it turns green and it'll beep like beep. If you have a heat press, then it's going to make pretty much the same sound. So once it makes that sound, you know it's ready. Now, this little handle here, of course, is pushed all the way up, and that is letting the press on the inside to open all the way up so that you can fit the mug in there. Okay. So now that I have my design pressed onto the mug, well, stuck to the mug. It's not pressed yet. I'm just going to set it down in there. Like I said, be super careful with this because this is very, very hot. I'm just going to slide it down in there like so. And then you're going to press this handle down. And if you watch the inside here, see how it's kind of moving and pressing really firmly up against the mug? Okay, now you heard it beep. And you see the light flicker here? It's going to let you know when it's done, okay? It's going to let you know when it's done. So now, basically, all we have to do is just sit here and let the mug press do its thing. But anyway, like I said, this thing is very hot. So this is just my old craft table. I don't care if it gets messed up or not. But you want to use like a heat-resistant mat. If you have a pot holder or something to set the cup on once it's done, you know, that's cool. Because when it's done, what we're going to do is pick it up by the handle, and then it's going to be very, very hot. You're going to need to set it on something so that it can cool down, okay? But anyway, I'm going to let this sit here for a little bit, and then when it's done, we'll come back and take a look at it. Okay, so this is just about done. I have I was getting ready to say a heating pad. Oh my goodness, I have a pot holder over here. And you see how all of the lights are almost completely lit up. Now, this last one's blinking a little bit, and this has taken roughly 5 minutes so far. But anyway, when this is done, then we're going to take the mug out. Now, as with anything that has to do with heat, you know, curling irons, flat irons, heat presses, anything, the first few times that you use it, there's going to be an odor. Don't worry about that. That is completely normal. You hear it beep, so it's done. And all the lights are flashing. But anyway, that odor is going to dissipate after the first few uses, okay? So don't worry about that. But I know you're finished. Quit hollering at me. So anyway, you're going to take this handle over here. So I'm just going to pop it up. Okay, so we're just going to pop it up like that. And now that has released our mug. Be very careful and just grab it by the handle and lift it straight up. And then you're just going to set it on your pot holder. Okay? So now I'm done, and I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. But anyway, when I store mine, I have a grocery bag that I just slip this into, because this little pad in here, you don't want any hair or anything to get on that, because you know that isn't good, and this is kind of difficult to clean. I did have a hair or two got down in there, and you don't want to scrub it. You know, you don't want to put pressure on this because you could mess up the pad. So I just like to keep mine covered when it's not in use, okay? You can do that if you want to. You don't have to. But anyway, I'm just going to press this handle back down because I'm done with it, and I'm going to set it over here on my table. But now we're just going to let this cool down completely, and this is what it looks like at the moment. And you don't want to try to peel this off while it is still hot. I mean, it needs to be completely cool. So it took us roughly 6 minutes from the time that I put the mug in until the time that the lights were done. So, you know, not a very long time at all. But anyway, I'm gonna let this sit here for a little bit and I'll be back. Look how pretty and vibrant that is. Pull this gently, gently, gently. Whee! All right. Now you throw this away because the ink is gone. You can't use it again. So we're just going to throw that in the floor and pick it up later. But let's take a look at this. All right. Look how shiny and pretty that is. And look, it is like it is fused with the mug. It will not scratch off. It won't wash off. This is not going to come off. Now, I have already tried this in a microwave, and I didn't have any problem with reheating a little bit of coffee with this in the microwave on another design. So, yeah. I mean, how cute is that? Very, very cute. Now, anyway, like I said, doing this one, I'm just going to have to recut it, and then I'll make that mug as well. But anyway, a few little tips and tricks before you put your fusible ink on here. You can take a lint roller. You can roll over the mug before you put everything down. That's just going to, you know, take away any hair, piece of dust, or anything. But what I like to do is just wipe mine down with some rubbing alcohol, and then I'll just let it sit there and air dry, and then I put it on. And yeah, there's that. But anyway, I hope this video was helpful. I know a lot of you in my group have been asking me to make one. I don't make a lot of Cricut videos, and when I don't like making them, because I have a bunch of weird camera angles I have to get to. But yeah, I hope that this video here was helpful for y'all and you liked it. Even though I did goof up a few times, but it's okay, because you know what? We all goof up. If you say you don't goof up, you're lying. Anyway, would I recommend this little thing? Absolutely. It did an absolutely wonderful job. It really did. It's smooth. There's no edge here. You don't feel the edge. It's wonderfully smooth, and it is bright and vibrant and pretty, and I absolutely would recommend it. But anyway, if you would, give this video a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media, the links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I hope to see y'all next time. Bye!